Hello again and welcome to this edition of Charge Fast Break on the Rock Entertainment Sports Network. I'm Scott Zarilla. Glad you are with us. Coming up on today's show, there are a lot of great promotional giveaways at Public Hall. Hopefully you've been to them or you can get to one coming up here shortly. We're going to take you on the road and do a little travel talk with Feron Hunt. And we're going to sit down and go one-on-one with Eli Hughes. But as always, we like to start the show by telling you everything you need to know about the Charge on the floor, and we'll also take you around the NBA G League. Well, the Charge are in the midst of a season-high 5-game homestand, wrapping up this Sunday at 2 and Tuesday at 7, both against the Motor City Cruise. I'll have more about Sunday's game coming up here later in the show. Now, a couple of guys who have really been playing at a high level include Feron Hunt, who averaged 20.5 points and 10.5 rebounds during the recent Charge 4-game road trip, including a season-high 31 points and a season-high 13 rebounds at Capital City. Hunt now has 6 double-doubles on the season. Also raising his game has been rookie big man Naquan Tomlin. Naquan had games of 20 and a career-high 23 points during the 2 games at Greensboro, by following that up with a 17-point, 11-rebound game at Capital City. Tomlin is now averaging over 11 points and 5 rebounds per outing in his first season in Cleveland. Eli Hughes also had a monster game on the trip, scoring a season-high 32 points at Capital City while drilling a career-high tying 8 3-balls. It's also time to vote for your favorite Charge player to send them to San Francisco for next month's Up Next game during All-Star Weekend. Go to NBAGleague.com and cast your vote today. Now looking around the NBA G League, Sioux Falls head coach Dan Bisacchio was named G League Coach of the Month after leading the Skyforce to an 8-3 record, while Josh Christopher of the Skyforce was named Player of the Month after averaging 29.4 points, 6 rebounds, and 4 assists per game. Bryce McGowans of the Rip City Remix drained a career-high 46 points versus the San Diego Clippers, while Maine's J.D. Davison scored his 2,000th career point for the Celtics while dropping 40 points versus Birmingham while adding a career-high 6 steals. All right, and with that, what do you say we take a look at the top 10 plays from last week's NBA G League?
Down by 1, it's Pullen into the corner with 5. For Stevens, back to Pullen with 4. Williams, a 3, is good with 4/10 of a second remaining.
The Skyforce had the opportunity to call the timeout after getting the rebound of the missed field goal. How about the skip pass, cross-court, high-arcing triple? Malik Williams knocking down his 3rd from long.
Viola also has one in this game as Thompson fires. Oh! Thompson has a chance at 4.
Challenge that.
Another look at it.
That's the best angle there.
Would you call him a tweener?
I would call him a classic tweener, yeah. He's really,
McLaughlin. Powerful slam.
No tweener there. He was going right to the rack, throwed that down later in his career. As we see McLaughlin going strong to the basket. A couple of guys go up to challenge. We know Liddell can block some shit.
Brightest performers in Oscar Sheway. Here's Harkless with the Thunder. Elijah Harkless packing it home. Gives the Stars a 12-10 lead. Scott, Elijah Harkless with 6 points already. 4:51 to go in the first quarter. Stars lead 16.
How's that for a game? And back the other way, A.J. Johnson, look out!
Because A.J. had a big one in the first half, and that one will be hitting social feed.
Working on Liddell. Step back 3 is off. Rebound tips to Jackson for Windy City. With speed, Jackson drops the hammer.
Oh, that was a spectacular finish.
And animosity
Here
develops.
comes
How about this?
You want to see that one again. Jordan Jackson.
Wanted it inside. Instead, we find Klintman up top, over to Jenkins.
And another steal by the Skyhawks. Plowden, he can fly.
Oh! Pushing it, they're getting stops. And we got an entertaining game here in the south side of the A. We'll be right back.
Oh,
where you're really extending your off arm. Oh, what a pass.
You gotta make it, bro.
Here's Watson, scrub, cut back door, wasn't there. Shot clock again, under 10. Davison attacks to the rack, slams it down. Jadarian Devontae Davison. Meanwhile, here's the JD dunk in traffic. He knows there's a lot of tall guys down there. He doesn't care.
I mean, that's over Jamison Battle, who's 6'7".
Really a life lesson, not just shooting.
Yeah.
Lock out the negative, embrace the positive. Here's Garrett, and it's just rejected by Liddell. It was the punchiest of all.
Yeah, Marcus Garrett flat-footed.
Well, there you have it, another edition of the top 10 plays around the NBA G League. Okay, let's take our first time out of the show. When we come back, we're going to sit down and go one-on-one with sharpshooter Eli Hughes. That's coming up next. This is Charge Fast Break on the Rock Entertainment Sports Network. Welcome back to Charge Fast Break. I'm Scott Zarella, and it's nice to sit down and talk with one of the new Charge players, Elijah Hughes. Elijah, thanks for joining me.
Thanks for having me. I'm happy to be here.
The first thing we got to talk about, though, is I was told by a little birdie that you prefer to go by Eli as opposed to Elijah. Why is that?
Yeah, I mean, it's whatever you feel like. It's just kind of easier than to kind of be on the court running around saying Elijah. It's kind of easier to just Eli. So
whatever works, man. There is no wrong answer when it's your name. Well, welcome to Cleveland. How have things been for you thus far? Have you found favorite places to eat, to hang out? What are you doing?
It's been great so far. I just kind of settling in, just preserving my body for camp and to make sure I'm feeling good. But I've been to Harry's Buffalo, really good wings. So I've been there so far, and I'm looking to explore more and get out more.
Yeah, please do. Okay, so you have NBA experience with Portland, with Utah, and you've probably had other opportunities. Right. What brought you to Cleveland to play for the Charge?
Just kind of, their belief in me, the staff's beliefs, the GM beliefs, and everyone's belief in me. And, we have a great group. And so far, camp's been really well, so I'm really happy with, where I'm at.
So looking back, you were the 39th overall pick in the NBA back in the 2020 draft by New Orleans. Every kid, including myself, everybody wanted to be drafted in the NBA, play in the NBA. Take us back to draft night. What was it like when they called out your name to be drafted into the NBA?
As crazy as it is, I was the COVID class, 2020, so, we didn't have like an actual, go shake Adam Silver's hand. And I kind of really enjoyed that, as crazy as that may sound. I was able to be around a lot of my family and friends, and in my hometown, getting drafted in where I'm from was special to me. So it was, I get chills talking about it, thinking about it, so it was an awesome day.
So you played 18 games with the Utah Jazz your rookie year. Again, we all dream about it if you're a basketball fan. What was it like when you walked out onto that NBA floor for the first time?
I mean, it was crazy walking into my first training camp, to be honest with you. It was just a lot. It was fast. Everything was kind of happening really fast, but it was good for me. I was able to learn a lot and pick up and learn from guys like, Donovan, George, who's here. So I was able to learn and progress a lot.
How much have you been able to learn thus far with the Cavaliers organization? Not so much comparing to the other organizations, because everyone does things their own way, but what is it about Cleveland, the organization, that you have really grabbed hold of? Like, I like this. This is good for me.
Their belief in me, their belief that we want to shoot a lot of threes and play fast, and I just feel like I fit that really well. And we're kind of meshing, trying to figure it out now as a team, as a group, and figure each other out. And I just think that it's going to come together really well.
Through training camp and early portion of the season, a new coaching staff with Chris Darnell. He's the first-year head coach of the team, but he's been around for a few years. Sure. What's your relationship been with him?
It's been great so far. It's been really good. He's been instilling in me, my days in camp to really be aggressive and, look to, get lots of threes up, because we want to do that this year. And he's just, all the coaching staff has been great with me, instilling confidence in me. So, when you have a coaching staff that believes in you and believes in the group, it's easier to play for a guy like that.
Eli, I got to tell you, when guys usually come to the team for the first time and I haven't seen them in a few years, I'm not going to lie. I go to YouTube and I watch your videos, and I watched you and I'm like, yeah, that's the guy I remember. But you have this smoothness to your game. No, seriously, you're deceiving, you're deceptive. Is that something you do on purpose? Because you make it look very simple. And then all of a sudden you just explode. How did you develop that in your game?
I guess that's kind of been my game my whole career. Kind of being deceptive and being kind of sneaky, and then, like you said, just explosive at points. And trying to just lull people to sleep sometimes and, just come out and just dunk on somebody. So, I could just turn at any point. That's kind of been my game and who I've been my whole career, I would say.
How is it with your teammates with the Charge, both on and off the floor? Because I know there's a lot of personalities.
Yeah, for sure. It's great, though, man. It's great. We have a good mix, some youth, some experience, and some middle ground people, so it's great. And then kind of, even for me, stepping into like a veteran role, helping some of the younger guys, talking through some situations, some stuff, just because my experience.
That's a good point because, again, a guy that's been in the NBA and been around for a few years, it's funny because age-wise, it sometimes is deceptive because it doesn't matter how old you are, you can still be a leader. Has that always been natural to you?
I've learned. It's something I picked up on. I'm not going to say it's natural because I've definitely been a guy who's, very quiet, very shy, doesn't want to talk much. But, being kind of more vocal now, helping guys vocally is something that I really learned.
Well, Eli, I appreciate the time. Thanks for joining us on the Rock Entertainment Sports Network. And keep up the good work.
Absolutely. Thank you.
All right. That's Eli Hughes joining us here on the Charge Fast Break. We're going to take a time out. When we come back, we'll have more on the Rock Entertainment Sports Network. For 5 fast ones with JT Thor. JT, y'all set?
Yes, sir.
All right. You can only keep one. Wings, pizza, burgers, or tacos?
Wings.
Wings, okay. Can you name me a dinosaur?
Pterodactyl.
Technically not a dinosaur, but it's okay. We're going to go with it. We're going to go. It's a flying reptile for what it's worth.
Okay.
Okay, this is easier. 3 scoops of ice cream. Chocolate, vanilla, strawberry. What order do you eat them?
Vanilla, strawberry, chocolate.
All right. Your favorite NBA player growing up?
Kevin Durant.
And would you rather spend a night at the theater or a day at the museum?
Night at the theater.
And welcome back to Charge Fast Break. I'm Scott Zarella. Well, we've talked about it once before with Naquan Tomlin. We're going to do it again. Everybody likes travel talk. And to help us with today's episode, Feron Hunt. Feron, thank you for joining me. Now, everybody likes to get somewhere, be somewhere new. Do you like, in and of itself, to travel? Busing, flights, things?
Yeah, I think it's cool. You get to see a new city, even though this is like my 3rd rodeo, so I've pretty much seen everywhere.
What even personal? Just, not basketball related. You just like going with family, friends, even yourself, traveling around the country, around the globe, seeing new things?
Yeah, I do enjoy, getting to see different places and all the things that they have to offer.
How about road games? Everybody likes to win games at home, but there's something about winning on the road, isn't there? Do you prefer winning on road games too?
Both. Yeah, we like to win. We like to win home and away. It definitely is good to go in someone else's gym and win, no fans. Majority of the fans being for the opposing team, so it's a pretty fun accomplishment.
Now, that being said, how about road arenas? My whole life, I've loved going to new ballparks, new football stadiums, new basketball arenas. Do you like new arenas too, just to kind of get the feel?
Yeah, every arena has something different. Everyone, I'm really more into the fans, like to see like what kind of crowd it's going to be. So that's probably the coolest part.
Okay, when you travel for the team, do you have what we call a road dog, a guy that you're always kind of hanging with, or are you kind of like the lone wolf that kind of travels around by yourself?
No, I'd probably say I'm probably hanging with Naquan or Gabe. We probably going to get something to eat, or usually hanging out shopping. But those are probably like the 2 I'm probably with for sure.
All right. Now, what is too long of a road trip? We currently are on a 4-game, 9-day trip. We had a 10-day trip a year or so ago. What's too long for you to be out on the road?
I would say I don't think there's ever like too much. I mean, I'm never home in all honesty, so I don't even feel like I'm ever at just one destination. I'm always moving around, so it don't really bother me. We could be going all year for all I care, as long as the check clear.
All right, good answer. Let's move on to some specific questions now. Listening habits, because other than on the court, I can't think of the last time I've seen you without headphones, earbuds, something. When you travel, are you listening to music, podcasts, talking to people? What are you doing?
Usually if I got my headphones in, I'm probably listening to some music or I'm watching a movie, one of the two, or watching NBA. Just one of those three.
Okay. Now, at 6'8", everything's got to be difficult for you in a lot of ways. When you fly, do you prefer the aisle? Do you prefer the window?
I'm usually exit row, so I don't. As long as I don't have a middle seat and I'm exit row, I'm okay. Or first class, that's the two I gotta have. So
you always do seem to be at the aisle. That's where you gotta got those long legs out there. Can you sleep on a plane, on a bus?
For sure, I can for sure go to sleep. Not on a bus so much, but the plane, yeah.
Okay.
The bus, you gotta I'm up usually at that point, but on the plane, yeah, for sure.
Now, a lot of us, our first thought when we travel is, where are we going to eat? When are we going to eat? So when we have connecting flights, etc., what are your eating habits? Do you try to get full meals? Do you prefer snacking?
I usually probably try and have like a snack in between, maybe like a Chick-fil-A or a smoothie, like a Jamba Juice in between.
Well, Chick-fil-A, real quick, Chick-fil-A is not a snack.
It ain't no real meal. Like when I think real meal, I'm thinking about like some lamb chops or something.
Okay.
Like some steak.
Okay.
Some heavy stuff.
All right. Well, then let's add that to the list. When you travel, are you looking for a nice, fresh, new restaurant you've never been to before to try new things?
Yeah, I'm pretty much. Or I'll just probably stick to like a place that I know, because usually I'm one of those guys. I don't really like trying new places unless I know it's for sure gonna be good.
Okay.
So.
All right. Fair enough. Your must-have item when traveling: headphones, a book, something. What is it? You've got to have it when you leave.
My phone.
Well, that's everybody says that though. I mean,
probably my headphones. Yeah. My headphones for sure.
Okay. Now we're at the hotels. Do you pay attention to the hotels when you go to them? This one's nicer than the other, or do you have?
For sure.
All right. Well, what specifically are you looking for? Anything in particular that makes one better than the other?
Nice size TV.
Okay.
Comfortable bed.
Okay.
I think the shower has to look a certain way. Those are probably the three biggest things.
Okay. I'm glad you brought up the shower because that's on my list. The shower head at 6'8", everything is difficult for you when it comes to that. Do you prefer the angled shower head, or do you like those ones straight above?
I like the angle one because I have my braids and I like hanging my hair wet.
Okay.
So for sure the angle.
All right. Well, like I said, that's a problem that you and only a few others would have.
Yeah.
All right. In a hotel, do you unpack or do you just leave everything in the suitcase? You one of those guys?
Everything's in the suitcase. It just all depends. Actually, probably in my room right now, everything's everywhere. But usually I'm leaving it in the suitcase.
All right. Now, on top of that, sometimes we'll get a room with two beds. How do you determine which bed you sleep in and which one you just throw everything on?
I just go to the nearest one.
Just the first one you reach?
Yeah, I don't even, there's no method to it. I just go to the nearest one I can find.
All right. Now, for a lot of our viewers, they might not know this, but it's kind of a ritual in professional basketball to take an afternoon nap on game day. Do you take a nap?
No.
You don't?
No.
Oh, okay. You're one of the rare ones.
I sleep in, but I don't take a nap. If I have a shoot around and we have to go back home, I'm not going back to sleep. But if we don't have a shoot around, I'll sleep until 1 o'clock. I'll sleep pretty late.
Okay, so that's where
So I'll get my hours.
I got you. Yeah, you'll get your sleep when you can. All right, fair enough. End of the day, sitting in your hotel room, what are you doing? You're watching TV, hanging out with people, you talking to people?
I'm probably watching League Pass on my iPad, NBA League Pass. Probably talk to my mama, my agent.
Yep.
The dogs.
Okay.
Talk to the dogs.
Okay. Well, as we wrap things up, what would you say then would be the worst part of travel?
Ooh, worst part of traveling? Maybe a delay. I think that's probably a 19 thing. Delay.
Yeah.
Or when the bags. If the bags go, that's a tough.
And we've all had to deal with that. Yeah,
For sure.
There you go. I mean, you knew you were going to get the honest answers from Feron Hunt. Appreciate it, my friend, as always. And I know I will see you on a bus or plane somewhere very soon.
Yes.
All right, now, we need to take a time out on Charge Fast Break, but when we come back, we'll have more on the Rock Entertainment Sports Network. Putting the finishing touches on this edition of Charge Fast Break, As I said at the top of the show, lots of great things taking place at Cleveland Public Hall. Well, hopefully you were with us for the Public Hall's Greatest Hits Night. What a night that was. A great performance by the Jim Miller Band and the commemorative concert poster. Just a great night. Hopefully you are part of that. Also, how about the Sam Merrill Coin Bank giveaway? I've seen lots of giveaways in my time, but the likeness of the bank to Sam Merrill was just fantastic. So hopefully you were there and got one as well. Now coming up, the Cleveland Charge are partnering with Cleveland Clinic Children's to put on a night for the kids on Sunday, January 19th at 2 and take the floor in Cleveland Clinic Children's inspired jerseys that will be auctioned off after the game. Plus, the first 1,500 fans receive tech gloves presented by 4 Imprint. So as always, you can get your tickets at clevelandcharge.com/promotions. Not just for this game, look ahead to clevelandcharge.com for the promotional schedule. Lots of great giveaways coming up. We want to see you at Cleveland Public Hall for a Charge game real soon. Well, that's going to do it for this edition of Charge Fast Break. I'm Scott Zarilla. Until next time, thanks for watching on the Rock Entertainment Sports Network.